Hello Sagittarius, my name is Jason. Thank you for visiting my channel. This is your general tarot reading for February 2019. It's a general reading, so it could be about love, career, a bit of both. It could be about any personal projects you've got on, any things which are happening in your life, which you're sort of just getting an inkling of now. Let's have a look and find out where we're at. Okay, you begin the month with the Four of Swords, Sag. Okay, so you might be just taking a bit of a rest after a break, perhaps after a, well, sorry, not after a break, after a busy period. And you're just reflecting on what's your next move, perhaps. So where you want to go, what do you want to do? And perhaps you're even just appreciating what you have, okay? You're wondering, almost meditating, if this is the right space for you to be in. So whatever space you're in right now, you're sort of considering, do I still want to be here at the end of this year or the end of this month or, in 5 years' time? So there's some serious reflection going on about your position in the world where you are, okay? The way you're relating to things. What's crossing you? You have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so there is success around you, Sag. The King of Pentacles can represent an earth sign, so a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, and they're quite abundant. Okay, they seem to have everything. All right, they've got the status, they've got the material wealth. Look at this person here, totally just surrounded with lush greenery. He's got his pentacle there. He's got the awareness that he needs, a little bit of spirituality behind him with that blue. So it's looking as though there's a person in your environment, perhaps, who you're trying to be like them, or you've just met them, or you're seeing what they have, and you're almost inspired by what they have, and you perhaps thinking that is the way you want to go. You're looking at them, looking up to them. That's what I'm thinking. And if that's either that or it's just an ambition you have to raise your status somehow. I'm not sure how permanent this feeling is for you, Sag, but it's looking like there's some abundance around you and you want some of it somehow. Perhaps it's going into new business or with someone, or you've met a person who works for themselves and they seem very prosperous in that, and you may even be considering going into working for yourself somehow. Okay, but we'll clarify this and see where it might take us. Okay, in your conscious goal position, you have the Page of Pentacles. So looks like you are considering some kind of a new start in business. So a little cottage industry, perhaps making some crafts from home or helping some people somehow. It's because it's only a page, so it's looking like it's just beginning. It's like you have some things, some skills, some resources which will help kick this off. But it can grow. It can definitely grow out there. And if you have a look at this person behind the page there, although he's looking into his pentacle, so I'm thinking this is about money and career. And look at the field in the background. There's a little bit of field there, and perhaps he's considering how he can make something out of that, make that land pay. Okay, looks like some arable land down there, and he may be trying to grow that somehow. So perhaps you've got a little bit of money, perhaps you've come into like some resources, and now you're considering the best way to use them, and you want to make it work. You don't just want to blow it all on something which you might normally do. This time you're really considering, well, what are you going to do with this resource? Unknown influence. Whew. Ace of Cups, gift from the universe, almost. Can be a gift if you make the most of the energies and take the initiative. The Ace of Cups talks about an opportunity for emotional fulfillment, spiritual fulfillment, the beginning of a spiritual path. So you may be finding things in your environment. You may be starting to see signs which are too obvious to be coincidental. So you may be seeing signs from the universe guiding you certain places, and it's going to be about you attaining this new emotional fulfillment that you are looking for, and you're thinking that your fulfillment will be coming from material abundance somehow. So it's feeling like you want to make a new financial start, but there's perhaps a new love interest coming in, so there may be a sort of a distraction to this new financial start, or they may be working together. We'll have a look and see how that works. Perhaps there's a new love interest coming in who is going to help you achieve this financial abundance, this material abundance. In the recent past, you have the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles talks about juggling. Now, this person here seems to be juggling okay. They're handling things, but while his hands are busy juggling these two things, these two pentacles, he doesn't have any spare hand to take care of other business. So perhaps you've recently been allowed to let that go, so your ships can come in. Okay, it doesn't look like it was a hard time necessarily. Perhaps it was a period of stagnation where you felt nothing was really happening in your life, and this period of reflection you've just gone into now, or you're in probably right now, is making you question where you're going to be, like I say, in the short term and in the long term. Okay, and you may be thinking a little bit about your retirement. Okay, how are you going to provide for yourself in your retirement? Future influence, Six of Wands. Okay, so the future influence. This is a card of victory. It's a card of moving forward. It's a card of fire energy. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But it's a card of public recognition. Have a look at this person here, sitting up straight, well dressed, has the status, on the horse, moving forward, has the people behind him. Okay, so if this is your energy, then this could be making you feel, it's going to give you some momentum to keep moving forward. Okay, you're going to really enjoy this public recognition of whatever it is. Now, if it's not your energy and your situation, then there could be like almost a famous person or a very successful person coming along. Perhaps this successful person here, we're still not sure if this person is going to be a help or a hindrance, but I'm pretty sure it's someone who's significant in the way you're seeing yourself. I would be thinking that each person is their own person, and I would be being careful that you don't get caught up in the trappings of wealth, or maybe seeing that this person has more than they have. But in the future influence, Six of Wands, very positive card, very positive card of victory, card of moving forward, having the public recognition. So looking pretty good there. What are you bringing? Okay, the talents you are bringing to the month of February, and whatever the situation is, Sag, you're bringing the Judgment card. Judgment is about rebirth. It's about new beginnings. It's about perhaps even getting a second chance at something. Okay, so look at this card here, that the heavens, the angels making a pronouncement about something coming, or something is here. And these people, the families, they're climbing out of their coffins and saying, yes, born again. Finally, we thought it was dead and buried. We thought we were dead and buried, but we're not. This is a chance to do it again. So if this is your energy, which it is, you are feeling pretty good about things, okay, about getting a new start in something. Okay, your environment, your place in it, and how you see yourself in it. Okay, you have the Empress card. The Empress is very fertile. Again, talks about new beginnings. The Empress talks about giving birth to things, making things happen. She's like the Queen of Queens. She's got everything she needs, and she knows how to manifest things without getting her heart and her head mixed up, if you like. So if you have a look at this Queen, this Empress here, she has the symbol of Venus next to her down on the ground, okay? But it's not. She's not actually touching it. She's not tied to it. So that's telling me that she knows how to separate her head and her heart, okay? She's not cold. It's just that she knows when there's business and when there's pleasure, okay, or when there's personal things, and how to separate the two, if that makes sense. So that is how the world is seeing you now, perhaps, and how you're seeing yourself in it. You're saying, listen, this is work and this is personal life, and it's like you're drawing a boundary between them, but it's in a very positive, fertile, moving forward way. You've got this sense of rebirth here. Look at these two major arcana, beautiful cards to have in these positions here. Very, very promising, really. Your talents, the Judgment card, the way the world is seeing you, and the way you're seeing yourself in the world, as you have something to offer. And that's a really optimistic, great feeling. And your unknown influence, or the future influence here, success, leadership, public recognition, far out, Sag, you're moving forward. Hopes and fears, Star card. Okay, so this is the third major arcana in your line here. Okay, the Star card talks about hope, can talk about fame again, can talk about a real sense of optimism, of things falling into place for you. I'm seeing a lot of public recognition here, Sag. I'm seeing that people are really taking notice of you and what you're achieving. What you're starting. If you're starting a new project, now is a really good time to do it, Sag. You're absolutely on fire. And it's almost like you've got a message from the angels to say, go for this, take this second chance at something. So if you had a business idea some time ago and it didn't quite work out for whatever reason, the timing wasn't right, or maybe a relationship which someone was busy doing something else, or it just wasn't time. Maybe you were busy or they were busy and too busy for each other or something, or you saw each other in a different way. Now is a good time to get that second chance going. So make that phone call to somebody, maybe a job that fell through some weeks ago or some months ago. Maybe that opportunity's come up again. Again, I'm getting a strong sense of business here, about getting involved in some kind of business. If you've had a false start previously, now's a good time to really crank it, okay? And the outcome, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands talks about new business starting up, talks about the universe offering you this opportunity to really get things moving. It's about creativity, initiative, motivation. The Ace of Wands is a fantastic card to have for this rebirth that you want to get started, or even if it's not a rebirth, just something to get you out of whatever lull you were in and really helping you move forward here. What a fantastic card. So I'm feeling really good about this, Sag. I'm going to clarify some of this. Okay, so you've got the Four of Swords and you've got the King of Pentacles here. in the beginning. So at the moment, you're looking at things, reflecting on what's important to you, where you really want to go. Should you do this? You've got the King of Pentacles energy. So the King of Pentacles is crossing you, but I'm not sure if this is you or if this is someone that you might be looking up to. If it is someone you're looking up to, try not to be too impressed just at first glance with this person, even though they may have this financial abundance, material success. That may not tell the whole picture of their life. Please clarify the King of Pentacles. Why is the King of Pentacles crossing Sagittarius? It's looking like some kind of business. You want to get into some kind of business here, Sag. Okay, the Lovers. Rightio. So before I talked about mixing business with pleasure a little bit. So perhaps there could be just an issue with, and generally the Lovers is a positive card for me, okay? But you might need to decide how much business you're going to mix with your personal life, and is this a good idea to mix this romantic interest perhaps, or a friend, with your personal life or something like, and that came up as well, didn't it? It came up somewhere else with the Empress, that idea. So just consider that. And now let's have a look. Your conscious goal here, the Page of Pentacles. What is a Page of Pentacles here? Page of Pentacles, again, talks about starting off as a new business, maybe working from home, seeing an opportunity, where to invest this money that you may have come into just recently. Why is a Page of Pentacles here for Sagittarius? And you have the Page of Swords. That's interesting, okay. Page of Swords talks about communication, talks about research, finding things out. Can also talk about spying on people. Can talk about all kinds of communication, someone sending you a message. It might not be a pleasant message. But look, I'm thinking, because it's clarifying your Page of Pentacles, that you want to be able to communicate clearly, okay? So I'm thinking this is finding your strengths, or maybe finding someone to help you communicate. Perhaps you want to do something online, but you don't know which buttons to press, or the right strategies to take, the right people to approach. So if this is about starting a new online business, you're feeling as though you might need some help as far as communicating and which avenues to take for this online thing. But it's still feeling pretty optimistic. There may be a bit of gossip, but I'm not feeling that that's anything negative at all. It's just a little bit. What I'm feeling is that you're trying to start a new business, possibly in the online environment, and you are looking for ways to get your message out there. Okay, that's what I'm feeling there. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is in your unknown influence position. Okay, so the universe, it seems, will be offering you some kind of start, and it's going to be emotionally fulfilling. Well, it can be emotionally fulfilling if you use the energies the right way. And that is clarified by the Sun card. What a beautiful, beautiful, optimistic reading, Sag. So you've got the Ace of Cups clarified by the Sun card. So I'm thinking that something's going to happen if you take a step towards your goals with this, on this beautiful horse here. You are going to have this birth. You're going to be able to give birth to whatever this idea it is. Really, I'm really enjoying this, Sag. The success here in this reading. There's success, optimism, some mistakes, a little bit of insecurity because of inexperience. We'll have a look. We'll clarify this Six of Wands here. Why is the Six of Wands here? And you have the Magician. Okay, so another major arcana, another really positive card. The future influence is success. And this person here, the Magician, have a look on his table. He's got all the tools he needs. He's got cup, he's got pentacle, he's got the wand, he's got the sword. He knows how to mix those and use them and bring down from the sky and direct it down to the earth. So this is a fantastic energy for you, Sag. Really, really strong. You are going to have, if you don't have them now, look at all the resources you have. You're going to be able to use all these. Now, the Magician is also a card of needing to communicate. So when the Magician shows up, your communication skills are going to be vital. And that's why I'm thinking that you had this Page of Swords here. It might have been a goal for you to try and get a message out there about something, but you'll be able to do it pretty well, I'm sure. So what a great card to have. Got these major arcana just popping all over your reading. Let's have a look now at the Judgment card. What is the Judgment card here? Please clarify the Judgment card for Sag. What's this talent, this specific talent that you have, Sag, that you're bringing? You're bringing this sense of rebirth and a new optimism. You might be feeling better about starting something that failed once before. That came out, I'll take it. It's the Eight of Pentacles. So you're going to have to do a bit of work. So you're prepared to do the work here. The Eight of Pentacles talks about basically putting the work in. It's also the card of the apprentice. So you're going to have to learn some new skills to get up to date or get into the loop somehow. Okay, so and it's saying here, because it's with the Judgment card, that you are prepared to follow this, to get this rebirth happening. You are prepared to put the work in, so that's great. Okay, the Empress, your relationship with your environment. And we know the Empress is all about fertility, all about being quite sexy. So you might be feeling actually really attractive. Perhaps you've just done something to your hair or to something, or you started working out and you're starting to feel pretty good about things. You might be thinking about a baby, or maybe someone around you is having a baby, and you might be being asked to be part of that. But it's really looking, being part of the celebration. But it's really looking like you bringing into the world this new idea that you've got, this new creation, this new business or this new project, whatever you've got. Why is the Empress here? Please clarify the Empress for Sag. We have Five of Rods. Okay, so the Five of Rods talks about petty squabbles. So because it's in your environment, there could be some petty squabbles around you, but really this is about ego, and it's people aren't really serious about anything when they're arguing with this Five of Wands thing. They're not trying to hurt each other even, really. It's just maybe they're a bit bored. But you can rise above that because you are the Empress. You are the Queen of Queens. You don't get involved in that at all. So people around you might be bickering about something, but you're rising way above it, and that's going to set you apart from them. And unless it's like you're moving into a really competitive kind of an industry. So when you're moving into this new business or whatever it is that you're doing, there could be a bit of competition out there, which is why it's very important for you to uh, communicate exactly what is different about what you do, what is different about your product, how can you make yourself stand out or stand above from the other players. Okay. And then you have the star card in your hopes and fears position. Let's have a look. Why is the star card here? Definitely recognition and hope. So there's recognition all over this reading, really, with your Six of Wands and the star card. Aces, it's looking pretty good. The Sun, bright cards you have here. Let's have a look. Why is the star card here? The hopes and fears for Sag. And you had the Four of Swords. Okay, so the Four of Swords again talks about resting, talks about meditating, talks about giving you a break. So the Four of Swords in this case, because it's in your hopes and fears position, maybe it really is about resting. Maybe you're feeling that wherever you've been under the pump a little bit too much, and you want to chase something which is going to allow you peace, not so much to just sit back and do nothing, but more about peace of mind, so that there's not so much to think about and so much to worry about external things. And it looks like you're heading towards a place, and you want to head towards a place where that doesn't matter. You can just chill out and do your own thinking for yourself. You don't have to think too much about other people, which is great for being self-employed, a great attitude to have. So let's have a look at the Ace of Wands here. That's the outcome here, the gift from the universe, a chance to really strut your stuff, strut your creativity, your fire, your passion. This is it. This is a real chance for you to do it in February, Sag. Ace of Wands. Please clarify the Ace of Wands here for Sagittarius. Why is the Ace of Wands here in the outcome for Sag? You have Ace of Cups. This is beautiful. This is going to be emotionally fulfilling. The outcome, the end of the month, February, you follow this up. New start, new business, new chance to express your creativity in a meaningful way. And then the Ace of Cups, this is going to give you emotional fulfillment. This is going to bring you, look, you've got the fire and the water blending. Some people will say, well, fire and water, but you've got two aces here. You can take it from both sides. You're winning. You're winning emotionally. You're winning in practical, spiritual. These opportunities are right here for you at the end of February. So that's great. Let me just see if I can clarify one more for those aces. If you've got two aces in your outcome position, then it's looking like this is just a start for you, Sag. Just the beginning of something which is really going to take off for you. It can change your whole life. Okay. If it hasn't already, I'm feeling your life is already, you're feeling like it's already changing. Let's have a look at why. Please clarify the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups in the outcome position. How can we clarify that? Sag, I'm absolutely loving this reading, Sag. King of Cups. Okay, King of Cups talks about emotional stability, talks about just having everything you need to feel good and like direct traffic from a position of just not having to worry about what other people are thinking. You're really the only person you're worried about, and the only person who's thinking you're worried about is yours, and you don't have to worry about it because you're feeling so accomplished. The King of Cups, they know how to dish out their emotions. They know when to be the shoulder to cry on. They know when to just hold back and let someone sort things out for themselves. And emotionally stable. Okay, really good reading there for you, Sage. I'm not feeling drawn to go anymore, but you can see for yourself. Hopefully, this is providing you some messages which are saying just go for it, Sage, because I can really feel it here. Some life-changing things with all these major arcana in your reading here. And I really hope it resonates for you. So look, please leave me a comment down below, like and subscribe, of course, and hopefully I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. Thank you for watching.